Okay, so maybe it is someone trying to do
Introduced
something.
Because it seems like if they were doing it here at the farm, if we keep looking, we would have to find evidence of it.
Certainly.
And as you mentioned, empty barrels, something would indicate that it was here.
So then, why do this?
The charge hand that had the grappling hook. I'm going to search him thoroughly.
Okay. So going back to the charge hand, this grappling hook wasn't like
On him.
attached to him.
Yeah, it's
He
just
is
laying under him.
Fell on it.
Right.
So there's nothing else on this charge hand except for, his overalls and work boots.
Gotcha.
And the rake he still has clutched in his hands,
Okay.
and from Persephone's description of what she could suss out from all the tracks and everything, that another group of people came in here that weren't wearing these work boots like what the farm hands are wearing, the charge hands, and that there was some kind of scrap here, some sort of melee occurred. These people were killed again, and this is what's left.
Okay.
I'm going to take some time as we're doing all this investigating back and forth between the charge hands and stuff and focus on the grappling hook and take some time to incorporate it.
Okay. So as we start investigating these piles of grain,
So what about that guy that was at the gate?
we'll figure what's up with him after the break.
Oh, come on.
I didn't realize it was going so fast.
Damn it.
Yeah.
I would have kept going, and I don't know, it'd been midnight, and I've been like, oh, what do you do? But
Damn.
sadly, I mean, maybe not sadly, some of us do have to, some of us quick do have to, have bodily functions that we need to take care of.
That's
Quick's
sad.
got a stream too, yo.
Yeah, etc. So I'll hang out for a little bit while you guys take a quick break, and I'll pull up chat here and see what's what.
So, funny story.
I don't think it's that funny.
Yeah, the internet decided to go, and we lost the YouTube stream. I had to kick it. So there's a gap in time. Nothing really interesting happened during that time. That's what I said. So if you want to get a recap of the last, 5 minutes.
Oh, this just happened just now?
Yeah. It just
Okay.
happened.
Cool.
Yeah, we lost the internet for a moment, and it took him a few minutes to get the YouTube back.
Great.
It's being YouTube.
Okay, so when everyone gets back from the break and we settle down to get back into it, we'll do a quick recap of kind of this investigation of the silo and get what everyone's thoughts are, and then we'll keep on keeping on. Thanks for the update. Sorry for any of the technical difficulties, but that is some of the fun of having a live show, right? Was every now and then we do have to rely on tech. We do have some of the best tech that we can potentially put forward on the show to bring this content to you. But any financial support you guys provide to us through Patreon, through your subscriptions on Twitch, and your support on YouTube, we use that to implement that technology here. But internet is internet. I mean, it's we don't own the servers that we are connected to, sadly. One of these days, yeah.
Perhaps.
At the ultimate Bloodlord level of the Patreon, you can buy us a server. I don't know. I don't even know what that is or what that costs. I don't know. But anyway, we're glad to be back, and we'll catch everybody up on a little blip after everyone returns to the table. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Thanks for everyone who is out there back on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube, either in the simulcast or if you're catching it on video on demand, please hit that subscribe button. That helps push this content to more and more people so we can share this fun with more and more people out there. That's going to help us tremendously. And same thing with the Twitch. If you can give us like, follow, subscribe everywhere you're watching or eventually listening to this on your podcast platforms. In the meantime, hello everyone to chat. Like I said last time, during the show, I don't typically watch chat, so if you're saying things to me or anything like that, I won't catch it until now. So now is your opportunity to hit me up with a quick question or observation or actually, if you've got one. And if not, we'll just hang out and talk about Bloodlord. So
Actually, Phase Bolt is only 2 actions.
Phase Bolt is 2 actions?
Yes.
Okay, so this isn't like the 1, 2, 3 magic missile, right? Or
No.
is it? Because that's called something else. That's called Force Bolt.
Force Barrage, I think.
Force Barrage. See? Stop changing the name of things. Guys,
This
we've
is
been playing
Phase
this game.
Bolt.
Phase Bolt. Okay, so we'll definitely.
It's a cantrip.
Yes, it is a cantrip. When you point your finger, a projectile of energy shoots out. Make a ranged attack against your target. On success, you deal 3d4, and it's heightened 1d4. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
It was 2 actions.
It's okay. I didn't have another action to do.
It'll be fun on actually, and that's a great that's a great point that you bring up. Is that I don't have a third action, and that's one of the things with Pathfinder Second Edition, especially if you come from 3.5 or Pathfinder First Edition or some of those older generation games where you had a move and a standard and a swift and an immediate and like 7 different kinds of
And
actions.
a reaction and not. Yada,
Yeah,
yada.
yeah. So with Pathfinder, a lot of times us gamers that have been doing this for a while are like, what am I supposed to do with this third action? Like, I don't even, I could swing my sword a third time. That's at a -10. That's usually not very effective. It can be if you have a weak enemy or if you got a good flanking position. But there are a number of things that you can do that don't really aren't really intuitive, at least to me. One of the number one things you could do is recall knowledge, right, and give that information to your team. Recall knowledge is huge because that can reveal a weakness that a creature may have, or it can reveal something that your allies may take advantage of. Another thing is you can attempt to demoralize your opponent. That's something that anybody can do. Now, is everybody great at it? Probably not, but it is something that you can try and taunt your enemy and maybe impose.
That would be intimidation, right?
Yeah, you can intimidate to demoralize. There's a number of things that you can do with that third action that to me aren't really intuitive. I'm used to if I'm a melee type, I would just swing, and swing for the fences. But a lot of people have analyzed this game and they're like, there's a lot of things you can do with this third action. So don't just give up your third action. And I'm not saying don't just swing. If you think you've got this against the ropes, by all means, you took care of it.
But I also forgot I have reactive strike. So I forgot, if something were to move out of my reach or into my area.
Yeah, if they move through any of so all of your threatened squares is the area that's immediately around your square. So all, what is that? 8, because it's 9 minus the 1 you're in. So if they move out of one of those, then you can strike it. Not into it, but
Just
out
out.
of.
Okay.
Right? So once they get into position, they can basically dance in a ring around you and not provoke that way. But if they move out of it like they're trying to run away, then yes, you can swing
If
for
they
the
use
fences.
manipulate action or move action.
Correct.
Yeah, one that I think of as a good third action buffer too is, again, I'm used to just kind of that teamwork communication being free, but point out is a great action too, where if you see something that your teammates don't, using your action to point it out specifically is going to be helpful, because again, I'm used to being like, hey, over there's this thing, and that being a freebie.
Yeah.
And 2E, the tactical aspect of it is so tight that now costs an action to point out something specific, especially after a recall knowledge, right?
Right.
When I cast my spell, if I pointed out that he should have harder time seeing you guys.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, we kind of don't know that's going on unless you point it out. Exactly.
Yep, all very good points. Okay,
I think it's your turn.
It is my turn. Yeah, I'm looking around the table, I'm like, everyone's back. Okay, great. So I'm going to sneak away for just a minute as you guys continue to ponder what's going on at the silos. I'm a silo?
I don't think that's true.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Okay. The man behind the curtain is our tech crew, half of our tech crew anyway. Josh, we affectionately referred to as Overwatch, and then of course TJ, affectionately referred to as Jinx, that are working the lights, camera, sound, and keeping us honest on the tech.
So going back to the conversation of you can go, but going back to the conversation of things you can use your mysterious third action with, right? So I know I found with playing spellcasters, there's lots of things that you have to sustain. So, like when I cast a sustain spell, my third action can be to sustain that spell
Absolutely.
for another round. There are classes in Pathfinder 2e that make that much easier. We may or may not have one of those at the table. Not that I'm dropping any hints or anything like that. But
yeah, sustain is an excellent one, and it really stinks when you forget it.
yeah,
Because if that spell just goes away because you were doing other things, it's like, well, shoot. Now
Yep.
I have to use another spell slot or
Yep.
use whatever to get it going again.
yep. But I think it's interesting, like looking at how our party dynamic has developed and how we fight and things like that. It's interesting to have like two main kind of frontliney type of
Sure.
characters, and then three very much like, oh, you kill them, little buffers in the back.
Right, but you guys are doing great things. You're healing, you're debuffing, you're throwing ranged attacks that do damage. I mean, 20 damage on her,
Yeah.
whatever that phase bolt. I mean, that's a ton of damage. And I think that, like, we'll see that bear out more. I mean, same with Mert. I mean, last week, I mean, he got absolutely crushed. But he also does a lot of damage, right? So he's a bit of a glass cannon. I mean, 38 damage on a crit is insane. That's
So
40 is
truth.
absolute max.
Yeah.
That's the most I could ever do.
That's more than twice my hit point total.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, that horse took me down to 2 hit points.
Yeah. I mean, especially at first level, this, like, the design of this game is tactful enough where when that let me refer to my notes, Mascuda,
I love it, by the way.
thank you. When Mascuda hit me for 14 points of damage right off the bat, that was really bad.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, that's, we don't have that much health.
And the bad part is like, coming from on Tuesday when I play a fighter, I have a pretty hefty hit point total, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm sitting here looking at my little Oracle hit point total, and I'm like, and now granted, I'm level 1, and we're all pretty close, but
Right.
it's like, you'll get hit for 14 or 16 or something like that, and I'm like, oh my god, like,
It's like a one-hit kill.
yeah, what? I'd be real close,
Yeah.
close.
And I think as we we'll figure out what each other's strengths and weaknesses are and play to them, which is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Like to figure that out organically and figure it out organically in front of cameras, right? For people to watch. Like we're not like sitting for hours on end metagaming how to play our characters together. We're just sitting down at a table with characters we made and trying to make it work as a team. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's no off-camera, goofiness or anything.
Yeah, and I think the cool part, I think Patrick and I spoke about it during the week, how I feel like it's very interesting that we're kind of just naturally discovering kind of like what everyone is.
Sure.
And we didn't just be like, hey, I'm Mike, and I'm playing the merchant, or whatever, whatever I'm playing. But it's as we kind of do these different abilities or these different things, and it's like, oh, that's interesting. Like, I'm really interested as to what in the hell she talks to during the day when like, what's
Yeah.
that about? Like, I don't know what that
Yeah.
is. And then you had a dinosaur tattoo that jumped off of the person over there. Like, come on now. Like, that's nuts.
Actually, prehistoric reptile.
Yeah.
It's a pterosaur.
And then you got me with
the
my
clade is
mysterious
terrible.
goddess.
Right? I'm just saying, you saying prayers to your goddess in the morning, then going out in 3 nat 20s in a row. I don't know who you believe in, but I hope she's hiring.
Wait, I thought you were chosen.
I am. I'm about to be double chosen.
You get a double dip.
Yeah, it's like double McGum, double my pleasure, double my fun.
Oh, man.
Okay. So now that everyone's back at the table, so we were informed at the top of the break that we did lose a little bit of internet for a few minutes. So I just wanted to briefly recap as we're caught back up. We're reconnected to YouTube simulcast. We're back on Twitch. Everything's going normal. So just that little blip of lost time, we're just going to cover it real quick. So as you explored the wagons and dispatched the dogs and the horse, Persephone noticed that something with the silo, something was off, or maybe, I can't remember, maybe it was Alara that noticed it. Went to investigate, and there was grain spilling out of one of the silos. The grain had a pinkish gray material, kind of like sprinkled within the grain. You opened up more of the silos that had the same material in it. Spent some time investigating and realized that this material was something called brain grit, and that it's not, super bad. Like if you ingest it, it will just cause a mild headache. So that was the conundrum, like why and who and how, as you investigated like the top of the silo and looked around. So we're still, we're gonna, right back at the silos, still looking at this grain, still trying to figure out or posit like why this was put here. But Persephone noticed that there's another figure stuck in the western gate of the complex. So you guys came through the northern gate, you saw something stuck in the gate there, so there's some caution warranted.
Right.
And she's checking it out.
Yep.
That's where
I think
right
we're
now.
all heading
Yep.
that way.
That's right.
Okay. So you're slowly making your way over to the west gate. A heavy iron gate is slammed shut on someone trying to enter the farm. The corpse pinned by the gate wears a dark red cloak, streaked with crusted blood. A leather satchel is crushed against the corpse's chest by the iron gates. That's what you find.
Does it have the same symbol as? Does it have a symbol on it?
So you can see that, you know, the gate has kind of crushed the chest of this figure. So it definitely has a red cloak. You might be able to make out some stitching on the cloak, but you're going to have to extricate the body
Yeah.
to investigate it a little bit
All
more.
right. So should I move the body?
Is it dead?
Can I
Yeah,
see?
let's-
Can I see both of their hands?
I think so, yeah. I think they're just kind of dangling loosely
Do they
because it was
have?
crushed.
Do they have both of their pinkies?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not maybe this person's not. It's not a physical thing on this. At least whatever the hell this thing is.
Great
Yeah.
point.
I mean, I suppose.
Can we check to see if it's dead first?
Sure. Do you have a, let's see, do you have a check for dead skill?
Yeah. She takes sword and goes. Yeah.
Yeah, you do. So you do that, you poke at, well, you have the scythe, right?
I have the scythe. I'm just like,
You take the edge of the scythe and just
yeah,
kind
I'm
of,
like poking it. I'm like,
it's not responding to your poking and prodding with said weapon.
okay. So I
You
think
don't
we
have
should.
the correct pokey tool.
Yeah. I think we should open the gate and investigate the body because he was trying to get into the farm. So someone had to shut him out and he got stuck at the gate.
Sure.
Is this a particularly large gate?
Yes. Yeah. So it's a two-sided
Okay.
gate that's kind of slammed together in the middle. Each one of the doors of the gate is 10 feet. So this is a 20-foot wide gate.
Okay.
And judging by like the kind of the road here, I mean, it's not really a road. It's kind of some ruts in the dirt. But this is clearly where they brought wagons in to be loaded at the silos.
So that would take some force.
It would take some force
Wait,
to
could
slam
there
this
be
shut.
a mechanism to close the gate?
Potentially. Yeah. Do you want to look around for
Yeah.
that? Okay.
See if there was a way, if there was enough force to like force this person to, could there be a mechanism to open the gate and close the gate?
Okay. So, kind of looking around the mechanisms of the gate, just with a general perception to get the sense of what's going on here, you do notice that this gate was probably rigged to slam shut in this way. This is actually kind of like a fail-safe or a defense mechanism for this gate, where if you don't kind of release this lever and then open the gates, and you just try to force open the gates, wham, they're going to slam shut on you.
Okay.
So good eye. You do notice that. You also know that because this has this mechanism on it and it's slammed it shut, that this kind of spring mechanism, it's hard to tell. You don't really have the crafting to know. It could possibly slam shut on you if you're not careful.
Got it.
Don't stick your hand in it.
That's a nope for me.
So is it clear that he's trying to leave, or they are trying to leave or come into the farm?
I will say that the upper half of the torso is inside the gate.
So they're trying to come in,
It appears that
Yeah.
way, unless they're walking out backwards.
Yeah.
wearing those shoes with like reverse treads or whatever.
Yeah, they're moonwalking out.
Can I take out the fabric the scroll thing?
Yeah, so it's not truly a scroll. It's just a scrap of fabric.
Fabric.
Yeah,
Can I put it close to? Is it like matching?
it is
red?
the same fabric and the same color.
Okay, I put it back. I think this might be connected. Instead of us trying to open the gate and almost maybe get crushed by the gate, let's just leave the body.
That's fine. You said he has a pouch on, right? A leather kind of pouch?
it's
It has a
stuck in
leather
the-
satchel, but it is also stuck. Like the gate has crushed it against his chest.
So unless we want to open the gate and almost get crushed ourselves, we could do it.
With the roll that you have, you know that this mechanism is designed to, like, if you open the gate more than a certain amount, the spring will
Kick.
trigger and
Can
kick
I
it
try
in.
to open it a certain amount?
You certainly can with an athletics check.
Guidance.
Okay. You should just put that on a loop, like a soundbite, and you just push the button.
I will.
It'll be on our stream
That
deck.
was guidance.
Guidance. Guidance.
14?
A 14 with the guidance.
Yeah.
Oh, you're so close, but your muscles are straining. You could try again.
Okay.
Guidance.
You're not setting off any trap just yet. So
Okay, yeah, that's a lot better.
There we go.
It would be 25.
25. Okay, that's actually a critical success. So you get your bearings, and you know, okay, if I pull here, the way this spring is designed, this is where I need to apply the most force to open this gate, and it squeals when you're opening it because the thing has not been reset. But you pull it out just enough so that the body just kind of thuds lifelessly to the ground between the two gates, and you're holding it. Your muscles are bulging as you're holding this open.
I think Mert and I will grab the pouch or the person and try to at least get him out from the gate, so that way she can shut the gate and doesn't.
I go to step in to help and just.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mert goes, ha! Then I just grab the pouch. I don't really care about the person. I just pull the pouch off of him.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You grab the pouch, and you can feel the strain of
Yeah,
that spring, and you let it go, and it slams back shut on
The
the
corpse.
hapless corpse.
Yeah.
It just crushes him even more as Lysander
he's
has
dead.
obtained the.
He's definitely
He
dead.
is, yeah, he's certainly dead. But you also notice when you grab that satchel, that embroidery, you can see for sure is that three-fingered hand symbol that you found in poor Bradek's hand.
Now, can we tell for this corpse if it's human, halfling?
Yeah, it's a human.
Okay.
Yeah, just he's not too mangled or fed upon that you can't tell that.
Was he quick before he was not so quick?
He was not undead at the time of his demise. You can tell
Okay.
Okay.
I'll just start rifling through his pouch.
that. Okay. Inside the pouch. Okay, you forced open the gate. The satchel contains 4 small packets of a strange gray paste. One of the packets has burst open in the satchel from the force of the gate slamming into it and crushing it. So, think like a salad dressing
toothpaste?
pouch, just all over the inside of the bag. There's also a small vial inside the pouch that is still intact.
So we have 4 pouches of the paste, or 3 and 1 that's busted,
3 intact, 1 that's busted.
and then a vial of something, some kind of liquid.
Right.
Okay. Ophelia, do you know what these are?
Let me take a look.
Okay. Do you have crafting or medicine? I don't think you do.
No, I don't.
We've asked that 100 times now.
We open the bag
Uh,
up to Mort,
I
and
can
he looks in.
certainly Look at them. Sure.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what this paste is, and for the vial, that's going to actually take crafting. Do you have crafting?
I don't.
I'm slow on the click here. Nobody's trained in crafting, huh?
Nope.
Nope.
Oh,
That'll be fun.
you guys are going to be here at the farm for like a month.
Yeah.
Montage sounds like.
Okay.
Not if the whole place catches on fire.
We can take this as evidence.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I mean,
Certainly
I
can.
have medicine. I'll look in the bag and take a closer look at the paste and.
Okay. this stuff you have heard of. This paste you're aware of is something called tremor paste. This is a substance on its own is not particularly dangerous either, but it may cause like muscle tics and spasms.
In quick or in undead?
Quick.
Okay. Yeah. This.
Can we? And the potion has to be crafting.
You'd have to be crafting to identify it.
Okay. We can always take that back and get it checked out by someone who has.
Yeah, and
Okay.
honestly, because it's a recall knowledge with crafting, it looks like you can do it untrained.
Okay.
So I'll just give some rolls around the table. Okay. Mert finally actually identifies this vial. This is a vial of anti-plague.
Ha. So they're human, having anti-plague, but
And-
they're spreading stuff.
And this is this gray paste is like it's called tremor paste,
Mm-hmm.
and it essentially makes you have muscle spasms.
What would tremor paste and brain rot do together?
Brain grit and tremor
Oh, that,
paste
yeah.
together. Brain rot is like the Skibidi Ohio stuff. But that's okay. It's I read it that way every time I read the book too. I was like, what? But yeah.
He did not.
So
Sorry to you, Ohio people out there.
I knew I would get something wrong. I just didn't realize it'd
It's
be
not
this
wrong. It's not wrong at all. Trust me. I made the same. I was like, what? Tremor paste and brain rot? No, it's brain grit. It's the
Brain
powder, right? And tremor paste, or is the gray paste. And yeah, you don't know of any, like if these were to be combined,
Yeah, alchemical.
like what the effect would be. You're not
Okay.
entirely sure.
Alright. But what if something bad were to happen if you combined some of these together?
Sure.
Certainly seems like more poison.
It's more
sure.
poisonous.
Interesting.
Especially to quick. Why quick?
And the you said that's anti-plague?
Yes. Perhaps to protect this this person that was running into the farm. Maybe he was one of the invaders that attacked the charge hands at the silo. So maybe he brought it on as a personal preventative, but seems to be that these quick invaders came onto the farm and were trying to poison the food. That's
Yeah.
the best I can guess for now.
And, well,
that's what it sounds
do
like.
the boots match
Ooh.
the other boots?
That's a great question. And yes, the boots that he's wearing are not farm working boots. They're more
Made for walking.
stealthy boots.
Stealthy boots.
Can we see anything beyond the gate? Is there maybe a wagon, or is there anything in the immediate vicinity that this individual would have arrived?
Yeah, you're not seeing anything out there in the distance, even in the darkness.
Okay, so let's lay it out on the table here. You have a undead run farm who produces food for this area, which is predominantly undead but has a good amount of quick in it. You have, presumably based on the evidence of this poor sap who has wasted his entire life and afterlife, tried to attack the farm in some capacity, potentially poisoning the food or making some kind of concoction out of the brain grit and tremor paste and
Sure.
whatever else we may find. Seems to be that they're leveraging a position potentially of an undead farm trying to harm the quick of Grey Dirge.
Yeah, it seems odd that the quick would want to harm other quick, but perhaps you're right. This is a framing
Yeah.
of the farm, perhaps.
Can I look at the symbol again and see if I recognize it?
Be,
Yeah, it's
again, it could just be
the same knowledge that you had yesterday would apply today. You're not certain that you've ever seen this before.
Okay.
Yeah.
It could be somebody, a rival, trying to
Yeah, I think
overtake
that's
the overtake
definitely a great
Great
option.
Is there any outside of the farm any towns or anything nearby that, I mean, not immediately right now, maybe we could go find someone that could give us more information, like they send a symbol or even, does anybody know what happens if we mix these two? It'd be interesting to find out.
I know, but do we want to try to figure that? Well, never mind. I was thinking you were gonna mix the two.
Oh no, just to find someone who would have knowledge of, you know, and like I said, I don't think we're done here, but
Not by any means.
we might want to think about involving some other outside knowledge.
I completely agree. Once we finish checking the rest of the farm and see to the repairs, we should have a very complete report of what's transpired. We should definitely bring this back to our employer to see what she thinks of it. Perhaps maybe she knows she must be very well connected. She might have some contacts that are skilled in alchemy or other things.
And we might want to be careful just exactly what accusations we make when we tell her.
Certainly, yeah.
I think no accusations is a front. Just give her the evidence and see what her reaction is, and then just maybe cold read the situation and see what she knows and what she doesn't know.
Right.
But we do want to make her happy.
For sure.
There is an estate in the
balance.
Yeah, in the balance for sure.
And to answer Alara's question, you know that based on the surroundings, the closest town to here is Grey Dirge. It's about 16 miles from here, so it took you about 8-ish hours of travel to get here. And as you were walking here, it was pretty sparsely populated with the occasional homesteads.
Yeah, I guess
some far back from the road, some close.
I'd say the skeleton farmer probably wouldn't be helpful.
You have a good feeling he probably doesn't know too much about what's going on here.
So maybe we should keep investigating and
Just keep clearing
get
the
all
farm.
the evidence and then get out of here.
Yep.
Okay, so you're at the northwest gate right now. You do know that as you approached this compound, that the southwest corner is kind of where the wall around the compound has kind of found its way and was built into the side of a hill. That hill itself is almost directly south from the silos that you're at right now. And as you're kind of looking around from the silos, you can see off in the distance there are some some small gardens, like maybe about 30 to about 20 by 20 kind of gardens set up. And then after that, it's just kind of too far away and too dark to see, even with dark vision, what's beyond. But you do know that the southeast portion of the farm complex you haven't really fully checked out, and you haven't really checked out this hill.
I say we just
Work our way around.
do you want to go to the hill? Which is closest to us, the hill or the?
The hill by far is
Oh,
closest. Like the edge of the rocky hill is maybe
Yeah.
about 30 feet from the bottom silo.
It's just I think we
Southernmost
should
silo.
go to the hill.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
lead on. That sounds great.
So you kind of skirt your way around the hill, and it's actually leading kind of towards those garden boxes. And you can see as you approach those, they're full of kind of some standard vegetables that are common to the area. Now Geb is kind of an arid climate, so there's a lot of chickpea and that sort of thing in these boxes. But there's also some vegetables in here that may grow in a more moist or wetter climate. So clearly, whoever was running this farm did have the skill to raise these vegetables in a place that normally they wouldn't thrive. But as you come around the east side of the hill, it actually opens up into a structure leading into the hill.
Oh,
And you do remember from
it was built on
buildings-
something.
it was built
On
on
the-
an
yeah.
old structure.
Yeah.
So as you approach this is a large, rough stone chamber carved into the hillside. And it kind of goes into the darkness into a larger chamber. And you can just see to the left the edge of this purple glow inside this structure.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
And since we're going into the hill, I think we're going to change the maps. So
Purple glow, you say?
so we're going to cut my mic.
Got a cave with purple glow.
Cave with purple glow.
That seems very foreboding.
Yeah.
Seems like someone's in the cave.
What
Well,
was it?
We haven't rolled yet.
What was it that you said? it was built on?
It was built on the ruins of some kind of stone structure.
Okay.
Like a
Like a religious? Or I guess
I mean, like a mausoleum or like, I don't know, could have been anything. Like a graveyard, I don't know.
Yeah, perhaps this three-fingered hand is some kind of cult,
Yeah.
and they're doing some kind of ritual in there. Certainly not the zombie workers creating this kind of magical glow.
For sure. So what do we think here? I mean, I still have quite a large array of my things left, but
I think we're gonna have to pay our own rent. Sorry.
think so, huh?
Yeah, we don't have the skills to make this farm work.
So we're probably not gonna get paid.
Well,
We'll certainly try our best.
Yeah.
I can't even swing a hammer.
we
I
could
know.
we could also see how much it would cost us to employ some people to fix the farm,
Sure. Certainly.
and instead of maybe catching a paycheck for, you know, some of the things we have here, the information we have, or, you know, remember, information isn't something you just give away freely to at least everybody. That's all, you know, knowledge is power.
Sure.
Maybe we trade the knowledge for work on the farm.
Sure. I certainly am
I don't know.
strapped for cash at the moment.
Oh,
Yes.
I am
See,
100%.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure we can
Yeah, empty pockets, but
fix the farm with 7 silvers.
I mean, I have some money.
it's quite the. That's
Might
quite
not-
the
wait.
7 silver worth of paint on my fence.
I have like 6 gold. How much do you
Oh
guys?
my,
Oh, I'm rich. Okay,
you're way
got
rich.
it.
We have this DM that doesn't give us any money.
Hey, you know, when you have zombies as your major workforce,
Yeah.
that's part of the economic benefit, right? You don't have to pay them. You just have to
Maintain them.
maintain them, right? If they start falling apart, you patch them up here and there, right? That's all part of the culture here in Geb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like having a biotic machine almost.
Work until you die and then keep working.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if you go to your deathbed with a lot of debt, guess what? You're not escaping. You're going to work it off
Forever.
in your undead state. But yeah, what a great use of, you know, resources,
Sure.
for lack of a better term. Okay, so this rough stone chamber, again, like I said, carved into the hillside, you see this kind of purple glow. And as you approach, who's leading this band into this
Probably me.
structure? So some of that same kind of growling you heard out over by the wagons,
Forbidding word.
you hear that coming from inside the structure, kind of in the opposite direction of where this purple glow is.
I let everyone know this.
Okay.
That's so we might be having another fight.
I'm counting on it.
Are we having a fight right now?
This is where I wish we had something just to toss inside.
Right.
Oh, let's see.
I mean,
I can toss in some rations. I don't use those.
you can toss in that glass vial of anti-plague and have that shatter on the
Shatter.
floor.
No.
You have options.
Yeah.
I mean, I have chalk. I don't use that. Just toss the piece of chalk in and see what happens.
I can shoot phase bolts into.
Is that what you do? Is toss a piece of chalk into the room?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it out of my backpack and be like, chalk.
All right. Why don't you go ahead and give me a ranged attack to kind of lob it into it, like, you know, aim for a certain part of the floor you want it to hit, and give me a ranged attack. So D20 and add your
What is
proficiency in your dex. Proficiency chalk.
So I have a +1 to dex. So
Okay.
No. It was
Okay.
a 2.
All right, so
On the
on the
die.
die? Okay. Well, you do have your proficiencies and you do have your dex. So, and you're just trying to throw it at a piece of the floor. Maybe it doesn't land exactly where you want it to, but it kind of thunks into the floor and skitters along and leaves a couple like little scratches and streaks of chalk
Yeah.
that you can just make out in the stone floor before it skitters to a halt. And nothing changes in the growling, and you almost hear like something clawing against wood, maybe.
That's odd for a stone structure.
That is. All right. I think we
Sounds like
should.
something you should check out.
Get my scythe. Raise that.
Okay.
It's gonna become my new favorite weapon.
All right. And that you are holding it like that. It is considered a two-handed weapon, right? Okay. Okay. Interesting. So you move into the room, and as you start moving in and you're kind of following along behind Persephone, I'm assuming everyone's
Yes.
going in?
Yes.
And,
Yes.
Okay. In an alcove to the left, that purple glow is coming from what looks like a torch that's kind of just stuck in a sconce in the wall, but it's just emitting this purple glow in the room, shedding light like a torch. So there is bright purple light in about 20 feet around that torch, and purple dim light in the center of the room, and at the edge of that dim light to your right, you see the sounds that you were hearing outside as this barricade of crates and wooden barrels take up this small corridor, and scrabbling at it and jumping up and clawing at it are some creatures. And as you come into the room, they don't really seem to notice you. So we'll roll for initiative and see what happens.
Does that mean we had a surprise round?
So from what I can see in the remaster, there is no surprise round.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
That's what I would say too if Mert was on my team, crushing all your bad guys.
Yeah. If Mert, if Mert was against my team, yeah, I'd be like, oh, in fact, in this phase of playing called
I go first.
Sucky Encounter mode, you guys only get one action a turn.
Welcome to Slowed 5.
Patrick Finder, first edition.
Yeah, Patrick Finder. Gosh darn it. But yeah, so
Actually,
so they're unaware of you.
you're getting a shirt. It's going to say Patrick Finder, first edition.
I don't know. That sounds a little pretentious. Yeah, it's got to have the meme on it too. Okay. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense. So you know what? I'm going to give everybody. Let's roll initiative, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give everybody like one action, and so it'll kind of be like a surprise round because it just doesn't make sense to me organically that you caught them unaware. But let's see. Let me just get my numbers.
You caught them unaware, but they all rolled nat 20s. I don't know how that happened.
You guys aren't exactly being sneaky, but these seem like single-mindedly involved in their task, unfortunately, for me. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. All right, so Mert, what do we get for an initiative?
19 for me.
All right, Persephone,
21.
Ophelia,
12.
Lysander,
11.
Alara,
18.
18. Okay. So for a while there it was going where I didn't have to shift too much, but now I'm going to have to spread these around. All right. So up first actually will be Persephone. So I'm going to give you one action before we'll go into like regular initiative mode here. I'm going to really have to like actually the surprise round thing because I really didn't see anything in the rules about it, but it just doesn't make sense. What is Persephone doing for one action? I suppose I should tell you, you're about 25 to 30 feet away from these creatures.
Are they just regular undead? Can I recall knowledge on them?
Yeah, you can go ahead and actually you don't even need to because you've seen these right outside. These are zombie dogs and a zombie shambler. You already know this from what
Okay.
you just saw outside. And they're just, you can see this kind of hallway that's been kind of barricaded by barrels and crates, and they're just scrabbling at it, just mindlessly clawing, and the dogs are jumping up and scrabbling at the wood trying to break down this barrier. And they seem so involved in this that they don't even notice you coming in.
Are they almost through the barrier?
No.
Or is it sturdy?
It seems pretty sturdy from what you can see right now.
Then do we need to do anything? Do we just let them stay, or are we gonna wipe them clean?
We wiped them clean because what could be behind that barrier that they're trying to get to? It could be live workers from the field.
Well, no. We're in the room, right?
You're in this room here, closest to me.
Oh, they're trying to go.
They're trying to
the
go that way.
Oh, I thought they were. Okay, never mind. I'm good. I understand now.
They are trying to go that way, and they are not on the other side of the barricade of you. They are trying to get through the barricade to get where you can't
now
go
I
either.
understand what's going on.
Yeah, you snuck up on them behind them.
Because I was thinking they were behind the barricade,
Oh,
and they were
yeah.
trying to get out of the barricade.
Nope, sorry, it wasn't clear yet.
So in my mind, that's what I saw.
Gotcha.
Okay. Step up. I'm going to. You know what? I'm just gonna go straight towards them.
Okay, that'll be your one action before everything
Yep.
kicks off, is to just be right up on them.
Yep.
Mert.
Same deal. I think I'll kind of like, what's going on? And then just start shifting into that violent shape, and different voices start popping up, and I rush towards them.
Elara?
Who's going after me?
That would be Ophelia, you're pretty sure.
Okay, Ophelia, I'll cast guidance.
On Ophelia?
Yes.
Okay. Ophelia, you have one action.
That means I can't cast a spell, right?
If it's a one action spell, you
One
can.
action spell.
Yeah, I don't have anything that's one action spell.
I know. We'll have to research this off air, and we'll just figure out how these surprise rounds really work, because
Yeah.
they're not really supposed to
not
exist,
really-
but it just doesn't make sense.
I mean, I don't think surprise runs actually exist in Pathfinder 2.
I know. Yeah.
So
I suppose that if they rolled a higher initiative, they would just act.
They would
They would just
figure you out.
basically skip their turn, right?
Yeah.
And be like doing what they're doing.
Okay.
until probably.
Something happens.
Well, we'll move you all in the room,
Yeah.
and we'll say it's Persephone's full turn.
Okay.
So we'll say if you want to just carry on from what you just did, that was one action to get up there, and we'll just go to town that way. We'll
Okay.
just start the round now.
All right. I'm going to.
Actually, it's going to be good next week.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Stay
So
tuned
good.
for a half-hour long. Actually.
All
Gee
right.
whiz.
I'm going to swing on the zombie.
Okay, that sounds like a plan.
So, yeah.
Who is?
Right, I'm gonna do this so I can prove that I'm not cheating.
I
Okay.
never thought you were.
It would be 26 to hit.
26 is a critical hit on this poor hapless zombie scrabbling away.
With her cool scythe.
Yep, with
Yeah.
my cool new scythe.
So you'll get double damage. It's not a
Alright.
nat 20, so no
No,
card.
it's not at 20.
Okay.
Okay, so 7 plus 4, so that'd be 11 times 2 would be 22.
Okay. You can go ahead and dispatch your bow.
I just cut him clean in half, and I just.
Yeah. And you do have an action left.
Yep. I
Let me just.
turn my body towards the wolf.
Okay.
I'm going to attack him now.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna get him.
This is me, Mr. Ribs.
All right. Natural 20.
Oh, you're kidding. I'm over here writing down his hit points. I don't even need to bother. Okay. This is your scythe?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is my lucky side.
Don't ever get rid of those
Yes,
dice.
so.
Yeah, I'm never getting rid of the sight.
Okay, this is a slashing weapon. This is delayed wound. This is so funny. So, because it's a delayed wound, basically you hit him so grievously that he's going to continue to suffer damage. You get normal damage right off the bat.
Okay.
And the critical effect is the target will take that same amount of the damage at the end of its turn for the next 2 turns. You hit it so hard, it's just going to automatically damage it on its turn.
Okay.
Like he's just spraying blood and like rotting dog guts
Yep.
against the crates as you just slash right into them.
So roll for damage.
Yes. It's going to be
great.
Mm-hmm.
normal damage.
Okay, a 7 plus, so 11.
Okay, 11 damage. I'll take that. And
Yeah, you
it'll
will.
also take 11 damage on its turn
That's insane.
for the next 2 turns.
What a,
Can you
what a
just
great
write
the
it
next
down?
2 turns.
That's a great rider effect, man.
Whoa.
That is a fun effect.
Okay, that was just action 2.
Yeah, I still have another action.
Yes, you do. Now
So I'm gonna try to attack him. Wait, no, I moved 1.
oh, that's correct. Yeah, good. Oh boy. Okay.
Oh boy.
I need some caffeine or something. First, it is your turn. You've spent an action to move up.
All right. The one that's not been hit yet, I'll swing on that one. So give that a try.
All right, that'll be Mr. Skull. Or Skull Dog.
No. About a 13.
A
I'm sorry, a
13.
12. 12.
Just a 12.
Yep.
They're off guard. Yeah. And they haven't acted yet. They're
right.
off guard.
Correct.
Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That might be another actually next to.
My gosh.
Give it a boss.
We're just gonna have a whole nother show. It's just, like I'm not gonna do
Stay
Barnabas
tuned to
Brushes.
our YouTube shorts called Actually.
That's right.
That's what we're doing on the break
10
from now
points
on.
of damage for that one.
Okay, I got it. 10
Okay.
points.
And then I will take a
Yeah,
swing.
one action left.
Yep, I'll take a second swing on that same one that I'm targeting. 18 to hit.
Yes,
Okay.
you connect.
That is going to be 15 points of damage.
Okay, you may dispatch your foe.
Okay. Yeah, I think just like a big upward swing and just like knock it up against the barricade and it gets pinned.
Okay, so we'll just take that off of there. We'll take that off of there, and it's Alara's turn.
All right. Alara's gonna cast Haunting Hymn, which is it's gonna be like the minor version of the song she was singing before with her friend,
Sweet. Okay.
with an eerie harmony. And you're like, where is that coming from?
Oh.
And then this is gonna do 1d8 of, I believe it's sonic damage. Yes, 1d8 of sonic damage with a basic fortitude save.
Okay.
So,
Ugh.
Roll it.
Okay, so my fortitude save, it's a lot.
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah. So I will take still half. So yeah,
Okay.
the total on the fortitude is actually going to be a 24. Is
Oh,
that a
wow.
critical success? I don't think so. Your spell DC is
No, it's
16.
just it's, yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Alright.
So haunting him.
It's a 7.
Okay, so I will take 3 of that. Okay, and that is a cone. So you may need to move to angle this cone in a
Oh, okay. I
certain
couldn't tell if I
area.
was close enough for. I definitely have. I have another action, so. Perfect.
You did that to yourself.
Okay, stay tuned next week when we get the mic again. Okay. All right. Do you have, so move up and then the 2 action spell.
Yes.
So it is Rib's turn. I've got 2 people that have laid into me.
Wait, was it at the beginning or the end of his turn?
Beginning.
It's on the crit.
Yeah.
Was it the beginning?
That's what you said.
Yeah. So then he'll take 11 points of damage and he'll just die. You can go ahead and. distract your friend. I'm all looking for like dice and stuff. I don't even need to be over here. I don't need a mic. I don't need none of this.
You guys just run the own game.
You need to take the dead ones off the board.
I do, because you guys are killing them so fast. I can't even like take them off fast enough. Yeah. So all of your foes are done for.
Oh, they're all dead.
Yeah.
I thought there was at least one left.
No.
That wasn't
Like a ghost through hot zombie.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
goes through hot zombie. Oh boy.
Oh.
I'm gonna
Wow.
oh my gosh.
So we have this big barricade in front of us, right?
Yeah.
You do. Yeah. So I can't challenge you with monsters, but I can challenge you with boxes. Take that.
I thought our ghosts could just, walk through them.
Walk through them.
Particularly challenging for a ghost.
They cannot.
We can-
Oh,
They cannot.
They
Okay.
cannot.
Someday.
Someday.
But what I can do is hack at them, I suppose.
Can you?
I was gonna try to see if there's any noise behind the. Now that we're done, is there any noise
Oh.
behind the?
Interesting.
So yeah, as you're listening, you hear maybe like the scrape of a boot on stone floor, and then silence.
I yell out, "We disposed of the zombies." Is there anyone back there?
It's just us zombies.
It's just the zombies. No.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here.
So there's no reply for a minute or two,
You need more chalk to throw.
and
Is there
then,
more chalk? There, yeah, there is. I have at least 10
Well,
pieces of chalk. Now I
if
have.
we're gonna
Well, no, 9.
if we're gonna stand here for a second, then I'm going to use nudge scales, nudge the scales, and I'll heal Persephone for 4.
Okay.
Okay.
And so his arm will reach out and it'll tremor and shake.
I am back to full health.
And if you're looking for it on my sheet, it's actually not there, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's updated, but I haven't changed my sheet from last week to this week.
Interesting.
But the ability is not there.
I was not, but we know what it
Yeah.
is, and we'll figure that out.
Yeah,
later.
I don't know what happened to it, but it's no longer on my.
That's
stuff.
strange.
Weird.
Yeah.
We'll just
But it
go.
heals you for 4, and
Yes.
my hand shakes and my body shakes, and you can just my arm just kind of rots away, and you can see all the muscles and tendons and stuff from his flesh. And I am cursebound 1.
Okay. You were cursebound 2 yesterday.
Correct.
How much of that goes away after a
So
rest?
it's like focus points. So every 15 minutes, every 10 minutes when we rest, it goes down by 1.
Oh.
So a full night's rest, I'm completely fine.
Sure, okay.
So when you said we were going to stand around for a minute or two, I was like, oh, well, I'll just go ahead and dig around for my reagents. Regain my focus points and heal off my cursebound.
Sure.
Interesting. Okay. Well,
So there's no reply to your, like, hey, we got this. So
If
what,
there is
what-
no reply, I will take down the barrier and find out who's behind there.
What's behind door number 1?
Okay. So to take down this barricade, it is extremely heavy, and they are wedged in and actually packed in with straw, cloth, and leather. You can try to make an athletics check to break it apart,
Guidance.
or you can just spend a few minutes with, the
Everyone
people who
helping.
can.
I like
yeah.
that plan.
Yeah, let's do that plan.
I
Okay.
could set it on fire.
Let's. I thought you said no fire.
Do you say this out loud?
Yes. I literally look at Persephone. I can set it on fire.
When you say that, a figure shuffles from around the corner. No need. Fire. No need. Please. And you see this person in front of you that is clearly undead.
Did you work on the farm?
Yes.
We were sent by the city.
City.
We were sent by Lady, how... I can never pronounce words.
Haldoli?
Haldoli?
How dolly. Yes. I'm Sifect. Call me Sif. Sifect. Too hard. Sif. Fine.
What happened here, Sif?
Well, all the zombies, workers, crazy, horses, dogs, intruders attacked the silos. We heard the gate, tried fight. Sif run. Hide here.
Are you alone?
Yes. Very alone.
Did you build this barricade?
Yes. Work hard.
Sif, do you know how to repair things?
Thank you, Lysander. That's exactly what my brain was thinking.
I charge hand here. Work hard.
Very well.
You save Sif.
Yes, we did.
Sif pay you.
In hard work.
And chain. Bends down and like picks up this long chain. Good chain.
Great chain.
You take.
Oh.
And you grab the chain, and it's heavy. And you start pulling it, and it's 40 feet of iron chain. Good chain.
What on earth?
Okay.
Chain.
Yeah. Okay.
Farm safe.
Should I just put chain?
Mosquito kill you.
No.
No, we killed Mosquito.
Oh,
He was kind of out of control, and
Berlin mad. No kill Mosquito, Berlin mad.
She may be mad, Skiff, but
Sif.
yes. She may be mad, Sif, but she'll be pleased that you're still alive.
Not alive.
well, you know,
Dead.
yeah, around.
Sif around. Sif work hard.
Yeah.
Sif, could you help us get back there where you were hiding?
Yeah.
Is there anything back there?
Sif.
The well.
What's the well?
Hole with water.
Okay, I just was wondering if there's a specific thing or just a random well.
He's like,
okay.
well, a dog. No, he really means the well.
The well.
I'm gonna need to knowledge nature.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Before I finish this and our laugh, can I just put chain down in my inventory?
Good chain. 40 feet.
Real heavy.
I was like 100 pounds of chain.
Yeah, this thing's gotta weigh a ton.
He just puts it in the backpack.
30 bulk.
Yeah, I'm just dropping the chain.
Now he's fighting.
Good chain.
Oh my god.
Maybe use.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, we'll use this later, and I put it in the corner. We'll come back for it.
I could certainly take some time to
Incorporate the
incorporate
chain.
the chain. I'll take it.
That's quite the chain.
That's quite chain for life.
Bert said it was a great chain, and it seems to be an important part of the farm's
So now you're a
inventory.
ghost with chain.
I hate to just leave it unaccounted for.
That's right. Add it to your logistics list.
That's right.
Sif, did anyone mess with the well? Obviously, the grain has been tampered with.
What you mean?
Yeah.
So
The grain has this pink and gray brain grit inside of it.
Sif very hungry. You have brain?
I step back 5 feet.
All I have are reactions. Sorry, bud.
There's some
We know what some brain is.
there's some undead dogs out here.
Or the, what about the person in the gate?
Yeah.
We have the person in the gate.
Yeah,
Oh, person in gate.
Yeah.
he's looks pretty fresh still.
He's the freshest thing left on this farm.
It's like 5-day rule.
5-day rule.
Pretty fresh. 5 days.
Hasn't even hit the ground yet.
Oh, that's true. Like
It's still in the gate.
Still in the case.
Not expired, if still sealed.
best if used by tomorrow. I hope you're ready to NPC Sif for the rest of the game.
Yeah, we are adopting them.
Sif trainee. Sif have to go to class.
He swings great sword or great chain. Oh boy.
Alrighty.
So we show Sif to the snack bar.
Could we still get take some time to get past the barricade and check out the well at least?
Sure.
Yeah.
It's worth a shot. I mean,
If
considering,
it's been
Absolutely.
tampered with,
Absolutely.
right, considering the silo's been poisoned, perhaps the well has been too.
that could be where the paste was supposed to go.
Oh,
Timmy's in the well.
Great point.
poison the
Great
watering
point.
hole.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he helps you move, and he's definitely very strong, and he's helping move these crates and barrels and unpacking the straw and a leather that's been kind of crammed in there to wedge it. And so after several minutes, 5-10 minutes time, you're able to get this barricade down. You go and check out the well, and it is pretty much just a well.
Okay.
There's nothing really.
Sure.
There's no trace of any of this paste or anything like that. But you do notice that there is like another passageway off the room beyond the well.
Can we check that out?
Can I go back to that purple torch?
Sure.
And I'm gonna take it off the wall, and I'm gonna stick it down. Is it like a fire? Is it actually like burning?
No, it's
Okay,
just
great.
like a small rough gemstone.
I'm gonna stick it in like between my back and my backpack.
Okay, so now you just have this purple
So now
light
it's just-
diffusing from behind
Correct.
you.
I have light, so if he runs off and goes somewhere, I can see.
Yeah, technically, yeah, we'll probably. Yeah.
Actually,
Actually,
torches
you have
have
to,
the one-hand trait.
God dang it. We will look that up,
I'll hold it in my one hand.
Okay. So yeah, you're just holding this, basically a metal torch with
Yep.
a purplish gemstone glowing at the end of it.
Yep.
And there is a small chain with like a little metal cap that you can pop over it.
Oh, also a good chain.
Nice.
Not good like this one.
Do you just want to continue clearing out this?
I certainly think we should leave no stone unturned.
Absolutely.
Seems to be an extra room back here.
Sif, we're going to continue to check out what's in this area around here. Do you happen to know anything else that happened to be in here?
Table.
I found the table.
No table.
That way?
Yes.
Okay.
Is he pointing towards the area? That's...
The area you haven't been to, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I
So,
feel like that's
Do you
more than just
do you
a
want to
table.
come with us, Sif, or are you going to go have your snack?
Sif, I'm hungry.
Okay. Don't go far.
In gate.
In
gate.
In the western
Gate?
gate?
Yeah.
Slam gate. Ha ha.
Yep.
So he shambles out. And as he walks by, you see he's actually got sort of well-maintained clothes, some coveralls, some heavy work boots. he has also got patches on him where he has clearly been repaired.
Sure.
Corpse tenders have taken care of maintaining the husk zombies because they're in charge of running the farm. Sif, he was in training, so he was learning the task of being a charge hand. So he's a relatively unskilled charge hand as of yet. But he has had some time to kind of fix himself up with some patches, and he actually, you can see like a patch of his hair is actually like an old horse brush that he's kind of like had melded into his flesh, just to maintain the semblance of hair. I feel you, Sif.
Birds of a feather.
Yeah.
Although it seems like Sif just got a promotion though, so.
That's true.
Yeah, it did.
So he ambles out to go.
He's the head charge.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
he will be now. And yeah, you just have this passageway leading off in the darkness to the room with the table.
Let's go to the table.
Yeah. To
Okay.
the table.
So you head back and find a room with an ancient block of stone resembling an altar or a table stretches much of the length of the room. It's heaped with baskets and jars filled with berries and vegetables. They're all withered and moldy and rotten. Some simple gardener's implements lie in a tidy arrangement on the south end of the stone slab. There is also some writing on the wall, chiseled into the wall above the table, that says, "Old Irga sups here, enjoying meals with friends and foes alike."
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, who's hungry?
What language is that written? Common?
It's written in the common tongue for Geb, which is technically Osiriani.
Right.
So kind of that ancient Egyptian sort of language.
Like the language of the dead.
Technically,
You know,
no.
like the Book of the Dead. I was trying to.
Right. Yeah, I get. Yeah. I get what you're saying. It's not in hieroglyphs, if that. Yeah.
But it's not in Necril either. It's in
It is not
Osiriani.
in Necril. It is in Osiriani, which is the common tongue for the region here.
right. Interesting.
Can I just like investigate around this room and just take my time and just search through this
Sure.
altar / table room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ophelia, as you're looking around, there's something about this statement on the wall that you're pondering it, and you keep going back to that phrase, "sups with friends and foes alike," and that kind of cadence and statement, that duality of statement, you get the impression that old Irga actually was a cannibal and supped on his friends and foes.
Oh.
Huh. That guy was a cannibal.
What gives you,
no cannibal.
Okay, so.
what gives you that idea?
Well, just look at the words. It's so friend and foe. Nobody actually eats with their friends and foe, but they eat both their friend and foe.
It certainly doesn't seem like a place setting for a group of people. Seems
mean-
like some kind of altar almost.
Yeah.
Ritualistic
Yeah.
cannibalism.
Could that be what this room was meant for before they repurposed it?
Perhaps that has something to do with the missing fingers of the hand.
Who knows?
Maybe there's a link there between the cannibalism of the flesh. Just shot in the dark.
Lysander, you said you were investigating around. Is there something in particular you're looking for?
I think he's just. This looks. It looks like an altar,
Mhm.
being a religious figure, so I'm just kind of innately interested in like the altar, what his, what he feels like this room was used for. And as she's talking about the cannibalism and the ritualistic sacrifice and stuff like that, I think Lysander's going to pull out his little bag of bones.
Oh, okay.
And he's going to throw them on the altar and see.
Ooh, on the altar itself?
On the altar itself.
Okay.
And he's just seeking kind of a premonition of like what this place is, what it was, just this kind of what this room was used for. Obviously did the victim come here and they were killed here, or was this where he ate specifically? So I'm just kind of like letting the whims kind of work themselves out and tell me kind of like, is this where people were just killed, kind of yes or no, or was this just kind of like where he ate, yes or no? And so he kind of just,
so you get just the briefest flash of an older human man, clearly Gabite.
Ugh.
Quick. There is a plate before him, clearly of some kind of raw meat, and he has this horrid blood-stained grin as he's just picking up fingerfuls of this flesh and eating it with delight. That's all you see.
So what you guys would see is like he throws the bones, and almost as soon as the bones land and stop skittering across the table, his eyes roll back into his head, and he just kind of goes,
oh.
And then as quickly as he's making the motions, he goes, okay, he definitely, this room is used to eat the flesh of whatever he's killed or sacrificed or brought here for his nefarious plan. And I'll describe the quick that I saw and how he had the blood caked smile as he was partaking in the flesh bits.
So what if this is a cult that has been hitting them, and you notice that it's only stuff that's like a minor headache, maybe something that would disorient someone? Could it be?
So they could be preyed upon, perhaps?
Yeah.
It's a great point. Hopefully, old Urgus is not around. I mean, that's the namesake of the farm. Perhaps he's been dead and reanimated long ago. Hopefully he doesn't have the same tendency now, but there's a good chance that he had some connection to some cult. I think you're on the right track.
Yeah.
That perhaps they're trying to, at least make the quick in Great Urge more docile or vulnerable to be attacked.
Or is that what they kept in those other rooms? The ones with all the
scratches?
Well, the ones we visited yesterday that had the
harnesses?
Yeah.
We didn't really spend much time figuring out exactly what kind of harnesses those were, but
we noticed that on the collars of like the dogs, there's like
certainly
stuff that the harnesses could be maybe attached.
We didn't really see any harnesses on like zombies, so they could have been just for animals, but we'd have to go back and maybe double check.
So on the room with the door that was blown off, there was a well-made harness and its accessories hanging inside, the single one.
Right.
If whatever was in there, I traced that claw mark with my hand, so whatever was in there was humanoid in nature, and I assume that you keep its accessories with the animal.
Well, I think we should probably go see if Sif has gotten his meal and maybe ask him about the harnesses.
Yeah,
for sure.
So, before we exit this room, is there I know you described some farm implements and some rotten food on the tables. Is there anything left in the room? As I'm going to go look around now and see that would, maybe upon second glance, feel like it was used for ritualistic purposes. Things maybe would need for berries and grain.
So you're looking to see if things in here could be used for ritualistic purposes? as
Yes, like
opposed
are
to-
there things that maybe on first glance we kind of like glossed over, but maybe simple things like knives or things that, or is it just farm implements?
It's just like a rake and a hoe
Okay.
and jars and containers of
Produce.
harvested
Okay.
stuff. But you do know, just based on common sense, that these have not been sitting here for centuries. These have been sitting here for a couple weeks, like unpreserved. So they're kind of, like when you find an old moldy zucchini in your fridge or something,
Yeah.
Is this an offering? Does this look like a religious offering to this altar?
With your background in religion, it doesn't appear to be have any kind of religious symbology or occult ritualistic symbology. It just looks like somebody was storing.
Okay.
It's probably just
Harvested
used
stuff
as like
here.
a root cellar, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, we were talking about the vial being an anti-plague. And all of these two other ingredients give symptoms of sickness. Could whoever make the anti-plague be trying to funnel their people in? For whatever they might need them for.
Or maybe you make them mildly sick, make them think they have the plague, then sell them anti-plague.
Hard
And
telling.
actually eat them.
Sounds very lucrative. I like this business idea.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
We're
Write
out
that-
of it.
write
We're
that
out
down.
of adventuring. Let's bottle anti-plague.
with no crafting.
Oh.
We have years to fix that.
Yeah.
Plague oil salesman.
Plague oil.
Okay.
Add
So-
that to your character sheet, Mert.
Got it. Profession. Doesn't exist.
I am satisfied to go find Sif.
Yep.
Okay. Sif does come lumbering back, and you can tell he has partaken, and he has a little bit of blood and matter still around his mouth that he's absent-mindedly wiping on his sleeve. Good. Sif ready to work. Farm secure.
Is it secure?
Not quite.
Not
I think
quite.
there's
Not
still a
quite.
few places we need to make sure are safe before
Yeah.
you can begin the repairs, Sif. But we did have a couple questions for you.
Oh.
The one building with all the harnesses, are those just for animals?
Point of building. Sif in training.
I guess I point off to the is it northeast for me? Or am I totally turned around?
Because it was west that we went. I don't know.
He's right.
Okay.
So you point towards that kind of the building where you found Braddock's corpse was the piled jumble of harnesses. Harnesses for zombie workers.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's check out the rest of the farm. And
What was in the other building? And
across the way. That was just.
with the dirt floor and the doors,
The door was blown off.
was Sif in that building?
No, that's zombie barn. Throw them in there when done.
So sad.
Okay.
And what can you tell me of old Erga himself? What do you know of him?
Who?
Have you ever seen anyone in that room with the table?
Braddock.
Oh.
What? Just him?
Braddock does canning.
Okay. I love it.
Okay.
Perfect.
Ready grows vegetable.
We're going to finish securing the farm, and then you can get to work. If you want to go, I don't know what you want to do. If you want to go in the zombie farm or the zombie barn, if you want to go back into the cave over here, if you want to help us, that's great too.
I help when zombies are all taken care of.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
But I didn't see any when I had my meal.
There's just a few places over by. You said there was gardens, right, up that way? I can't see them, obviously, but you.
Yeah, just right outside. Honestly,
Yeah.
the structure that's into the hill
Mhm.
are the garden patches where like the chickpeas and things are
Yep.
being grown. But there is a few other
Yep.
buildings that are still off in that southeast corner that we may just have to take care of next time.
God damn it!
Oh man,
I hate to say it.
Oh no!
we're so close.
We're so close.
Dang. From this point forward, assume I'm running everywhere we go. Okay.
But we do have somebody who can at least help with repairs.
That's
'cause
true.
None of us are good at crafting,
That's true.
Yeah.
and two of us can't even interact materially. So
Yeah.
You are the accountant.
Berlin Haldoli probably picked the wrong crew for this job.
Yeah. Next week's crew is going to be all ghost. We're screwed.
Yeah, but we'll see how you guys handle it next time. In the meantime, thanks everyone out there. Please be sure to like, follow, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit that follow button. That helps us immensely, getting this out to more and more and more people. It'll be uploaded on podcast soon. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 6 o'clock Eastern right here, the same channel for the Soul Severed campaign. And then I'll be on Wednesday at 5 o'clock on Barnabas Brushes. Check the links down below. And Overwatch will be on Thursday. And, well, we'll see. And hopefully,
We'll see.
in the meantime, thanks everyone. I can't wait till episode 3 to see if you guys can finally get this farm cleared out.
hopefully we keep that dice luck from this week.
I'm
'cause,
just saying.
man,
Yeah.
Yeah, by the way, we need to check her.
You notice what we didn't use a lot of this.
Yeah,
I used mine.
You,
you
did.
did.
I
Yeah.
used mine.
You did.
So, excellent job, everyone. I can't wait to see what happens next time.
Thanks everybody.
Yep. Don't forget to submit your actuallys.
Oh gosh, it's gonna be an overwhelming pile.
Next time, I'm actually.
Yeah.